Hey guys, welcome back to Golden Reviewer. Here we have 8 flagship devices from Huawei, Google, Apple and Samsung. And today we are going to do a simple but I think interesting test, which is to record 4K 60 FPS video and see how long they can record that video non-stop. As you have seen, all these devices start cool and my ambient temperature is around 25 degrees. So now I'll set all the devices to record 4K 60 FPS and start recording one by one. Okay, now all 8 devices are recording 4K 60 FPS under the same condition, right? I'll start my timer and I'll leave them just recording like this and see which ones will last the longest. I'll say that the most challenging part about this test is the heat, right? So recording 4K 60 FPS generates a lot of heat, and as your device temperature goes up, eventually it will overheat and it will force you to stop recording. So let's see which one of these phones can do the best. Alright, now it's 5 minutes and all these devices look fine. Let's measure the temperature of them. Okay, after 5 minutes, all the devices are still going strong, and the temperature of the 2 iPhones and the Pixel seem to be the lower of the batch, while the temperature of the Z Fold 3 cannot be measured accurately because of its folding mechanism, while the Huawei and Samsung devices are pretty hot at 38 to even 40 degrees now. But anyway, none of them overheat and they are still recording. Okay, now it's about 11 minutes and it seems that all the Android devices has heat up pretty well, and actually the Pixel is not the cooler of the devices. I think in the first measurement I missed the hottest spot, so currently it's sitting at 44 degrees, which is actually one of the hottest. 2 iPhones on the other hand are pretty cool, and now let's continue the test. Now it's 23 minutes into the testing, and I think we have our first casualty here. Surprisingly, it's the Pixel 6 Pro. The recording has automatically stopped, and it does not allow me to start recording again because of overheating. And you can see that warning right here. I'm showing you. And at this point in time, the device temperature is around 43 degrees, which to be honest is not really that hot. So it's just really that Google is very conservative about the thermal control of this device. With that being said, I'm still pretty disappointed with Google Pixel 6 performance because I was hyped about the recording performance and everything, right? It's not supposed to overheat so quickly and being the first device to go down. Anyway, one device is out and the test will continue. Okay, now after 30 minutes, all the other devices are still recording. Huawei Mate 40 Pro is particularly hot at almost 50 degrees. I think it won't last any longer. The 2 iPhones are still the cooler devices. They are only at 40 degrees. Okay, so after about 32 minutes, the Huawei Mate 40 Pro also overheats and stops recording. And you can see right here, if I try to enter the camera app again and try to start a recording, it does not allow me to do so, saying that the device is too hot. Okay, so the Huawei Mate 40 Pro is the second device to stop recording at 32 minutes. and let's continue the test. Okay, so that's very interesting. Even after 1 hour, all the Apple and Samsung devices never overheat and they can just keep recording and they just wouldn't stop. At this point, I think it doesn't make sense to continue the test any further because 1 hour is absolutely enough for anyone. So I'll just measure the temperature and call it a day. So apparently, the iPhone are still the cooler ones, and the Snapdragon 888 Samsung device is actually the hottest one at a whopping 52 degrees. That's very, very hot. Nevertheless, it doesn't stop and doesn't force you to quit. And here we also learned that both the Exynos 2100 and Snapdragon 865 are actually cooler than 888. Okay guys, so that's all for today's testing. If you like my content, please remember to give me a thumb up and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you and see you next time.